here this morning with my good friend Congressman John Rutherford from the great state of Florida.
Good to be with you, Gary.
Well, I appreciate you being here. John, you've had a great career in law enforcement, county sheriff. I think you're the perfect person to talk about what's happening in law enforcement in our country today with the effort to defund the police, the dramatic drop in morale among law enforcement officers. Talk a little bit about what you're hearing from former colleagues in law enforcement, what you're seeing around the country.
Yeah, Gary, I'll tell you, over the last 12 months, what we've seen is, I think, really a move to demoralize, delegitimize, and now defund law enforcement. And it's taken its toll on police morale all across the country. And it's also created a situation where people feel more at liberty to go after the police because of the narrative that's out there in the community that no one is supporting the police. And so just in the first 5 months of this year, we've already seen more police officers shot than all of last year.
What's happened though, John, looking at how law enforcement is being attacked, the effort to defund them, and you look at what's happened in our bigger cities, the murder rates are up unbelievably. I've seen statistics that range from 30% to over 40% increase in homicide. Some cities are almost at their homicide level from the previous year in the first 6 months of this year.
Oh, exactly. I mean, if you look at the numbers, particularly in major cities that are run by Democrats mainly, I will tell you, it's up significantly. And that's the reason H.R. 3079 is so important, is because that's going to send the message to the bad guys that might want to attack law enforcement officers specifically, whether they're local, state, or federal. They're going to be looking at extra time tacked on to that crime that they commit against those officers. And so we want them to know that it's not going to be tolerated in this country.
Well, thank you for standing up for law enforcement. Thank you for your legislation you're bringing to the House, and thank you for your service as a law enforcement officer. It means a lot to us, your colleagues, and thank you for being here this morning.
Thank you, Gary. I appreciate it, and I also want to say thank you to Senator Thom Tillis. Thom Tillis from North Carolina is carrying the water over there, so we've got bicameral support for this. I think we have some bipartisan support. We're looking forward to getting it over the finish line this time, and thank you for your support.